Friday, everybody. I'm gonna try to record landscape versus portrait. It uploads easier to YouTube later when I try to get it uploaded. So hopefully it records properly. I've attempted it like this before and it did not work very well. So I'm hoping it will work fine today. One thing this does do is it makes it difficult for me to track comments. I don't have my laptop open beside me. Let me grab it really quick and see if I can get it up. Otherwise, we'll get started. Let me pop this over here to the side. It might take it a second. Excuse me. So I hope you guys had a wonderful week. Hi, Miss Darletta. Hi, Miss Janice. From what I can see, peeking through my the side of my phone there, we are going to be playing with Catherine Puller's amazing new Peking Pets stamp set, as well as the Pets, what are they called? What is this? Pet Specs dies. These dies here to cut the glasses, which are awesome. I can't wait to see how many other things these fit, be it other animals, stamp sets, people stamp sets, things like that. I don't think I will be using these on my live tonight, but you will probably see a card with one or both of these on my follow-up blog on Sunday. So keep an eye on that. Oh, good. I've got the video right here, so I can better watch comments. So that's really good. Let me mute this. Excellent. Hi, Ms. Vaughn Marie. This will work way better. Okay, so we'll do it this way. All right. So bear with me. I'm going to be having a peek off to the side. Let me see if I can get it above. Yeah, here. And I'm not in my craft space downstairs. That I just couldn't get the camera situated correctly. So I'm back up on the kitchen counter. The lighting's better. I don't have quite as much of a shadow. And I think this actually works really well. I've got pretty good light here. So this might be how we do it. I just kind of have to bring things up here. So we'll have to work with what I have. And if I don't have it up here, I will have to complete that portion off camera afterwards. But I'll always explain to you what I'm going to do, what my process is. So awesome. And yes, Miss Darletta, you do need these dies. You really, really do. Hi, Miss Katya. These glasses dies, I mean, look at them. We've got all kinds of vintage retro designs, as well as like the traditional really round specs, the nerdier frames. They're fabulous. And like I said, I can't wait to see what other things these will fit. So in good fashion, like I did last Friday, I went ahead and stamped all of the images. I think the only one I didn't was the paw print, because I couldn't place it on something to kind of decorate something. So I stamped everything on watercolor paper, and I watercolored with my Karen markers. I did use the neon colors for this one, the Chihuahua, I believe it is. And you'll see here in a second, I wanted to create an Andy Warhol inspired card. I think they're fun. And because this image is very solid, I figured it would be perfect way to scribble on. And of course you can use the Catherine Puller inks. I have them behind me for some ink blending for this card. But you could stamp directly, with obviously the different colors. And then I used, a pink, an orange, a green, and a blue. And then I used those same basic color tones to fill in the ears on the various dogs here. And then I did a couple party hats and a couple pair of spectacles to adorn these precious little doggies with. To give a little more definition to the eyeballs, I did take a little bit of gray. I don't know how well you can, oh gosh, there's my, forgive me. I took a little bit of gray, and you see it just kind of did a little swoop here on the lower left area to kind of give a little bit more highlight and definition, just because it was all one solid color, and I think it adds just enough so you can see the eyeball just a little bit differently. Let's see. Vaughn Marie is asking how I like the skin tones of the Karen markers. I do and I don't. I've kind of found some good happy mediums for myself with those markers that I like for the various skin tones, but I know the skin tone color they have for like a fair skin is very pink. I've not been as keen on that. So I usually will use one of the like tanner tones and then just kind of wash it out more. That's just me personally. But I love the markers. I really do. They've got vibrant colors you can see. I can pull the color really easily, and I've been relatively happy. I think my favorite part is the nib. Is the nib on the marker. All right, so as you can see, I went ahead and just adorned my little area here. I notice it's not very straight, so let's see if we can fix that. Sorry. Oh, I'm tired today. So, you see, and let me tell you, this was so much fun to play with, guys. I mean, seriously, so much fun to play with. Dressing them up and, you know, it's like playing dolls, right? Except for I'm playing dolls in a paper crafty variation, kind of like a paper dolls, I guess. It's just so much fun to move the glasses around, and it just makes me giggle every time I kind of switch it up. I did take my white gel pen and add additional tiny little dots to the eyes for a little bit of extra. I think it adds, especially for this kitty cat, you can really see it there. It adds a really cool punch there, just a little bit of extra. I did a swipe on the nose of the dogs and kind of wiped it with my finger so it wasn't so stark white. The same on the top hat, the graduation cap. Let's see, where else did I add any special anything? I think that's it for the white gel pen. And then I simply, you know, just stamped and colored. The same method I used for here, where I scribbled on the stamp and then stamped, is what I did to create the red on the top of his little jiggly, you know, love bug headband bug antler things. That was a whole lot of words for whatever I'm calling this thing. And thank you, Katya, for linking that in. I appreciate that. It's not scrolling me up. Hi, Miss Tammy. Hi, Kelly. So that's what I did here. I scribbled red and then stamped the black. And for the unicorn horn, I did, you know, just kind of a golden brown, and then came in with just a little bit of a darker here on the one side. It's very hard to see, but it adds just a little bit of extra interest. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Gotta keep in mind where the camera is. Just a little bit of extra interest there. And I love, I did use the corresponding dies, and it's really nice because it creates a really nice punch right along. Not only does it cut it, but I don't know if you can see that, it almost makes it stand up off the paper that much more. I've not noticed that on other dies before, so that's really cool to me, especially for the accessory items. And then for the glasses, I cut out of watercolor paper and then scribbled the color on, depending on which animal I thought they'd be fun on. You know, this Boston Terrier is Mr. Santa Claus. I was gonna make a kitty cat Santa Claus, but I mean, cats have to be the unicorn. I mean, they think they rule the world, and I think they probably do rule the world. At least our fatty cat in this house does. We all like to think she doesn't, the husband especially, but she really does. Hi, Miss Sheila. So we've got all of our variation here. You will see me play with the rest of these. If I don't post them another couple projects on Sunday, I will try to trickle them out over the next couple of weeks to kind of finish these up since I have them ready. So in the meantime, I'm gonna slide all these adorable cuties off. I'll see if I can keep them right here so you can keep an eye on them. I didn't do any fancy coloring either. I chose a solid color to use for the images and just kind of worked that out. I figured with the accessories and everything else, personally, I didn't feel like for myself, you know, all the extra shading and stuff wasn't there for me. They're small little images. People are gonna be flipping out on how cute their peeking little faces are, so. And that looks like Kelly's little doggy. Hooray! Look at that. Okay, you guys are talking a bunch. I have not kept up, so forgive me. Oh, let me move this little guy. Look how, that is just so dorky cute. Isn't it so precious? Oh my gosh. Come over here, kitty cat. And these will make adorable tags. You will definitely see me make a tag out of these. I mean, how cute will these be? Perfect profile, throwing on a little tag, be peeking over the bottom edge for a happy birthday. Perfect. Okay, so for my Andy Warhol inspired card, excuse me, we're starting with an A2 sized top folding note card. So again, it's 4.5 inches by 5.5 inches tall. And I went ahead and die cut from watercolor card 1.5 inch square panels, for each of our colorful little Chihuahua dogs. I figured that would be, see, so they fit on there, but the elements are going to kind of stick off just enough so it gives us enough play, but enough of a black background. I'm going to leave the background white. You know I love case cards. So I think this will be enough pop of color here behind it, and then we'll put our sentiment below. Let's see, I don't have a lot of Catherine Puller sentiments, and there are no sentiments in this set, I will say that. The only one I did find that I had is this one that I think is from one of her, oh my goodness, Club Circe. I think this is from her Club Circe monthly sets. And I was going to use that You're Just Lovely or Isn't She Lovely with Unicorn Kitty over here because, I mean, that just goes together as far as I'm concerned. So I will reserve this because I won't be finishing that card today. We are just going to focus on the Andy Warhol card. Again, I will show you the stamp set so you can see. It's just all the little pet faces, peeking faces with the accessories. And the dies cut every single thing you see there. So it's brilliant. And so for the sentiment, I picked up this very large Altenew stamp set that I had in my stash, painted inspiration, and some of these are pretty dang awesome, especially for this type of card. So it's either between A Beautiful Person Sees the Beauty in Others. That was one I liked for this. Also, Be Your Own Kind of Beautiful. I thought that would be pretty awesome down here just because we've got colorful little things. Make Today So Awesome, Yesterday Gets Jealous. There's so many good ones on here. So as I'm finishing this, if you guys can give me some input on which one of these sentiments you think would be best, and we'll narrow it down between A Beautiful Person Sees the Beauty in Others or Be Your Own Kind of Beautiful. Those are the two I really like for this Andy Warhol inspired card, and I feel like they're bold enough to sit below. As it's going to end up kind of looking Polaroidy. You know, you've got the picture with the big bold white that we're going to throw that sentiment on in a real bold black. I considered white heat embossing, but I didn't want to play with how this layout was because that mattered to me. Be Your Own Kind of Beautiful, good. I'm leaning toward that one too, Von Marie. So Be Your Own Beautiful, Janice agrees as well. So we're going to use Be Your Own Kind of Beautiful on the bottom of this card. Awesome, thanks guys. All right, so again, we've got all of our adorable little puppies. I might stick them at the bottom. So they're kind of peeking from the corner, from the base of my 1.5 inch squares here. And I was going to do party hats on 2 and specks on the others. So, They crack me up, man. Crack me. I mean, look at these glasses. Isn't that just too funny? All right, so this was my idea. I might have swapped the hats on the outer tube, and I know these were the glasses on these. So this is the idea. So if you recall what Andy Warhol paintings look like, everything is real graphic and bold color. Oh, good. Kelly chimed in. Oh, kind of beautiful. That's what we're going to roll with. So we're going to do just very solid. I'm not going to do any ombre or anything fancy. I just want to do some punches of color behind these cute little peeking puppy dogs. But I want to stay with colors that are pretty consistent here because, again, Andy Warhol inspired stuff. He uses very bold primary type of colors, neon sometimes, but it's always along the same color line, you know? So that's what we're going to punch in here. So I'm going to I'll slide this up here, slide all my puppies off to here. Aren't these so much fun? And let me tell you, these were really quick to throw together for these solid ones. to just stamp like this and then throw some color in the ears. So this type of card, I will probably be doing more of this, and I might make a companion gift tag to go with this as well. It's just so cheery, isn't it? It just makes you smile. All right, so here are the 4 squares. I'm just going to turn behind myself where I've got my giant container of all of the Catherine Fuller inks. And I need an orange, a green, a blue, and a pink. And I'm going to see which, I think this is kind of Garden Party. That's kind of neon-y green. We'll use that one. Oh, goodness. I need a really better system for this. Let's see, is Orange Twist? Oh yeah, that'll work. So we've got Garden Party, Orange Twist. Now I need a pink and a blue. I think Something Borrowed will be good. That's a pretty nice blue. Something Borrowed for the blue. And now I just need to get my pink. Ooh, that's a bright pink. Let's see, Party Dress. I think we'll use that one. Okay, so we've got some pretty bold colors here. And once again, if you look, they're pretty primary. I mean, we've got some color mixes here, but all right, so let's push these back, or above me rather. Let me grab my brushes, and let's just start throwing some color on. Again, my goal is not to do any fancy ink blending. You know, I also like to come up with ideas that, you know, help you. You know, I don't want to do things that seem nearly impossible for you to recreate. I love the idea of doing things that any of you guys can make. All right. You see, it's not perfect. It's not going to matter. We're going to have some doggy on here anyways. Okay? So don't beat yourself up. Okay, so Garden Party, done. Give it a wipe so we don't end up with some weirdo color in here. And we're gonna go to Something Borrowed for this pretty blue. Oh yes, these, I have a favorite pigment and a favorite dye ink. Catherine Fuller by far are my favorite dye-based inks, and VersaFine Clair are my favorite pigment inks. And of course, I still love my Distress inks, but when it comes to, you know, I probably don't play with ink blending with these enough, but man, these inks are hard to beat, aren't they? Okay, Something Borrowed is done. My daughter might show up. She wasn't asleep. She took a very late nap. I'm dripping my water bottle. Which is interesting. My older one, that is. She put herself down for a little bit of a nap. So I hope she's feeling okay. And I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning this morning. So that's super not exciting. But I started working early, and I think I got done a little bit earlier. Okay, so now we are moving on to Party Dress for that pretty pop of pink. Ooh, look at that. That's a pretty color. I mean, they're all pretty colors. Who am I kidding? Who am I kidding? I considered grabbing my water bottle and doing some spritzing kind of stuff, but once again, I didn't feel like you'd see too much of it. Party Dress is done. And I wanted to keep it on them. I even considered doing a foiled background or something, but we are keeping it case. Clean and simple. Man, Katya, you are on it. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, final color, Orange Twist. Okay, oh, you're just so juicy too. And again, if you noticed when I opened filming, when I started filming, that these little squares of paper, of course watercolor paper is not super white, we're inking it, so you're not even gonna notice. And because the paper is heavier, I don't think I'm gonna have to add anything extra to kind of give it that little, that more, because I didn't want to foam tape it, but to kind of give it a little bit more emphasis off the card. I think it's gonna do that just by itself. Sometimes I'll use scraps of paper, or I like using those coaster blanks. They're, you know, eco-friendly, biodegradable, not a plastic, and they're great for mounting underneath things. They're very sturdy and very lightweight. Anyways, I digress. So, because they're color groups, I'm gonna throw them across from each other. I think we're gonna go like this. Isn't that fun? See? Because you know I love opposites on a color wheel, right? Red and green, close enough. Blue and orange. These are just such fun colors. They're so summery and vibrant. The colors alone just make me smile. That would be pretty, wouldn't it? With just like a word die. Boof. It kind of looks like the Microsoft symbol. Okay. So I might have to rearrange them. Or rearrange where I put my pups. Because I want to keep the colors mixed up, you know? So I don't want the pink on this one, so this is gonna go up here then. And we'll put, you see what I'm trying to do here? So I don't want any of the one color that's on any of this, I don't want underneath it. So that's what I think we're working with here. Isn't that cute? Oh my goodness, that's so cute. Oh my gosh, I just realized I don't have glue up here. Dang it. Okay, so we might just kind of have to eyeball this. I had to bring things up here. Oh, I gotta go put it all back. Hooray, not. Okay, so that's what that's gonna look like. And let's see. Let's get our sentiment. Now, ladies and any gentle dudes that happen to be watching, I'm thinking we need to just slap this on here in big, bold black. That's what I'm thinking. I think it adds that extra punch. It's a nice contrast to those pops of color. What do you guys think? Yay, I think it's a great idea, Marcia. Excellent. That's what we're gonna do then. Doesn't it look cute? I think it's so cute. So, as we all do, I know I'm not the only one. I know everybody does this. You do your layouts in your stamp platform because you got to make sure, you know, it's kind of like, you know, measure twice, cut once. You got to make super sure you're not going to make some terrible mistake. Because once you put that ink down, yes, I need, see, and I just got the, Kelly's talking about the glitter glue. I just got the metal tip too from 7 Kids, so I need to pop that on my bottle. I got the glue bottle from Kelly a little while ago, but I've been waiting for that metal tip, and I know she just recently got some in, so I'm just gonna kind of eyeball this on here. Maybe I need to pop on some super cool spectacles like Mr. Pink Doggy here. Wouldn't that be fun? Man, if my glasses weren't so darn expensive as it was because my eyes are pretty bad, I would totally get some crazy funky ones. All right. Yes, it's gonna be too bulky in there, Mr. Platform. I don't wanna mess this up. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Here we go. And don't make the mistake I seem to always do. These little magnets stick really well to the station. So, set them off to the side. Ah! Okay, let's see. That looks good enough for me right now. Give it a good hand rub because this is a new stamp, I believe. Miss Katya is our marketing director tonight. Isn't she doing a great job, guys? Thank you so much, Katya. I do appreciate you posting all those links. If you guys are looking for anything, Katya's got the hookup. I'm off screen, dang it. Okay, here we go. My good old trusty broken lidded VersaFine black ink. I know Catherine Puller makes a black ink that people love. I just have this one and I really like it. Mush! That worked pretty good. We're gonna do one more time for fun. Now, I intended on getting this all stamped, colored, and cut out prior to today, but you know, life happens. Of course, I still got it done before my life, so success there. But my goal was to go ahead and fill the insides of these spectacles with some of my Nuvo drops on a silicone or Teflon mat and let it dry, you know, because you can make your own drop embellishments that way, dropping it, let it dry, and then you can pluck it right off, right? So I was going to fill the lenses with the Nuvo drops. So I'll do this so you can see an example of what that looks like if you're curious to see if it works. Fill the inside of the lenses, and I was gonna do, you know, rose-colored lenses and do different tinted lenses because I thought that would be super fun. And so I will give that a try and share that with you on Sunday on my blog. Man, I don't know what I'm doing tonight after this. Well, I know it involves either cookies or a Krispy Kreme donut I picked up from the grocery store. But what I do while I eat that, I haven't decided. I'm still reading that book, and it's still really good, The Poisonwood Bible. But I might just, oh no, what is that? What is that on my paper? And where is an eraser? When I need it. See, I let my daughters use my stamping equipment, and sometimes they get ink on the magnets, and then you know when you go to use your magnet, it leaves a nice reminder of all the wonderful things you do when you're a great parent. Okay. So, because my glue is not a quick run for me to grab, we will display these nicely on here. Like this, so you can get an idea of what the finished card is going to look like. Get on there, you potty hat. Okay. Last one. Little cuties. They're so cutie. I think I'm going to stick them higher in the middle. As you see I've done here. I don't think I'm going to put them at the bottom of the squares. I don't know. Should I stick them at the bottom or in the middle? I kind of like them in the middle-ish. Nah, I'm putting them in the middle. I would ask your opinion, but I really like it in the middle, so we're going to keep them in the middle. This sentiment set is from Altenew, Miss Sheila. Oh, you get, see, Katya gets ink on her magnets too. And doesn't it make you go, "Arr!" Because the minute you think you've wiped it off, because I thought I had wiped it off, because the girls were stamping. Oh, Lily was stamping mermaids. I think she stamps mermaids every day. I thought I got the ink off, and I apparently did not. So this was Altenew's Painted Inspiration sentiment set. It's a big one. Big old giant one. Well, Miss Kelly, they had a stamp. Lily called it her big stamp, the Tim Holtz platform. But, yeah. The Tim Holtz platform is in Marsha's D-Stash page. If I was a great mommy, I would just let her keep it. But they already cracked one of the magnets from it, so You know how those things go. Your opinion does count, Mama Kelly. All right, guys. Well, as you can see, not glued because, you know, I don't have my glue up here. I don't even have a kid glue stick, although that would probably just make me angry. Because I do want to pop the little puppy heads up a little bit before I stick it on there. I wouldn't stick it flat to the colored panels, but the colored panels will be adhered flat because I think I can see enough of a raised dimension there that I'm happy with that. So as you can see, here's our Andy Warhol inspired card. We're using the Peking Pets stamp set coordinating dies and the amazing Pet Specs from Catherine Pooler's latest release. I watercolored them with my Karen markers. I did use the neon colors here for these guys, just because why not? Andy Warhol. We're gonna pop some color on there. And you see how cute these guys are over here. I will, as I told you I would, so I will play with adding Nouveau Drop lenses to the inside of the glasses. Like, you know, maybe I'll do one of these because these are so cute. So I'll add, you know, either just a clear or a one of the jewel ones. I think they're just kind of like a tintive color, which might look kind of fun. So I'll let you know how that goes. I might also do it with just a scrap piece just to kind of see if it works. And I will share that with you guys on my blog on Sunday. And I guess that's about it. I really love this. I might actually hang this in my craft space. It just makes me smile. I love the colors. I love what the sentiment says. So yay. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm glad you love the card, Mama Kelly. Yes, Katya's sharing all kinds of amazing sentiment sets. I'd probably need some of those. And stay away from those oddball chickens. I think I'm getting the last one from Miss Kelly. It's mine. Back off. They're so cute. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. So anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I'm going to go sugar crash and then go to sleep because I'm tired. And I guess that's about it. If you want to see me play with these crazy little critters again next Friday, let me know. If you have any suggestions for what you want me to play with, tell Mama Kelly because I always ask her what she wants me to play with for my Friday lives. But anyways, I hope you guys take care. Be crazy, you know, dye your hair pink, get the big giant green specks, and be beautiful. Talk to you guys later.